Hello everybody, welcome, this is your boy Joe and Chris. Welcome to Power Talk. Let's begin.
And today we'll just discuss general topics, and one of them is something that's been on my brain for a little while because summer's come in, sun's coming out, and I just want to reminisce a bit and go back to the days when we were young. I just want to ask you, Joe, which car did you grow up, or what car do you remember back in the day, your A-day, was a car for you and you thought, wow, I want one of them, or you even bought one?
I buy my first car, it was a BMW 320D version, if you remember the
320?
Yeah, the 320.
It was a two-round light, single light, the round one.
No, it was the one with the two round lights.
Yeah, 320D, yeah.
That was one of my favorite car on that period of time. Yeah, it was actually a very good car, and like every young boy racer, like we call them, we always thinking on how to do drift, how to modify the car. The tuning era, on that area, the tuning era, it was very big.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, did they have metric tyres? I know back in the day, I think some of the BMWs had the metric tyres. Remember the metric tyres, very hard to get hold of sometimes, and very expensive.
Yeah.
Did your car have that?
No, unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, I use it more with classic tires, normal classic tires.
Right,
because,
okay.
Yeah, that was the time we not really can buy the proper tires. But yeah, that was a very good car. And after that, I tried another one. I was very impressed for a long time for another car.
Yeah.
It was Mazda RX-8.
RX-8, right. I've never been one and I've never driven one. What was it like?
The RX-8 is the same. It was like a space shuttle inside.
Right, okay.
For that period.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, it was a very, very strange car. Looks nice, yeah. Looks definitely very nice. Very strange cars inside. Looks like a space shuttle. Yeah, and I have the model with the Renesas engine.
Right, okay,
The one with the Wankel engine.
Yeah, and go for those, explain the engine rotates around itself.
Yeah, the rotor engine. Yeah, perfect car. And slowly by slowly moving to these days, we go through a few cars. I have from, I can say I have from Vauxhall to Mercedes probably, everything I like.
You've been through the alphabet then, basically.
yeah, I can say like that.
Yeah.
We have a few cars I like, me and my family. My favorite one of all the cars I had, it was a Fiat Punto. Yeah, very modified Fiat Punto.
Okay.
It was basically a race car, modified tuning, everything.
What colour was it?
It was a light blue one.
Light blue.
Blue one. Basically, it was a tuning show car.
Right, okay.
It was made for a tuning show.
Yeah.
But okay, talking about me, let's see what car you have.
Right, okay. I've got to admit, and I started very young, and people are going to laugh, but I had an Austin Ambassador 1.7L.
Oh yeah!
It was a big, ugly car. It looked like a cheese board like this, and for those who don't know, look it up on Google. I'll try and get some pictures for you. And they had the Princess version, which had twin headlights, was a sporty version.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, but we had the Austin Ambassador 1.7L. It was gutless, but it was very comfortable. The only problem was it had the isoelastic suspension, which is the green stuff, which, to be fair, Citroen created it.
Yeah.
They used it in the Rolls Royce and the old Bentleys. And so it's not unusual that cars had it in those days. And the Austin Maestro, and I think the Allegro had it as well.
Sorry if I interrupt you. Probably you know who was the first car manufacturer who used the hydroelectric.
I thought it was Renault. I'm not sure.
No, you was very close. It's Citroen. Citroen was the first one.
Sorry, yeah. So I remember, now I remember the Citroen. Yeah, the big BX.
The BX.
The BX, the one that looks like that was a beautiful car, by the way. So we went from that. Then I went to a Vauxhall Nova. The Vauxhall Nova, which is the predecessor to the Corsa.
Yeah.
It was a very good car. It was very cheaply made. It was a cheap car, but I had a lime or leaf green colour Vauxhall Nova 1.2 L. Brilliant car. Lasted me. That was my first proper car, which I kept for a while. Then I jumped up there, made a little bit of money, and then I went to Porsche 928. And that's the 5-point V12, automatic.
The poor man's Porsche.
No, it wasn't poor man. It did probably about 5 to the gallon. It was. I was only very young. I was literally like 19. I had a white one. It's a business. It was a lovely car. I didn't like the automatic gearbox, by the way. I prefer the manuals. Automatic sounded horrible when he's driving
What do you prefer, automatic or manual car?
I've got a manual. I love driving manual cars. I do drive an auto at the moment, but I do drive manual. So but manual. I like the fact that you're driving the car, not the car driving for you. And after the BMW, after the Porsche, I then went. I was driving about time in the 90s. It was a very popular car, and when one passed me, I thought, boy, I've got to get one of them. And it was the car to have as a young lad, even though I had a Porsche. And it was the Escort Mark IV Cabriolet. White, it had the XR3i, I think it was E500, and I bought one E-plate. It was about £18,000, which is a lot of money then. I bought the car, and yeah, it's a great car until everyone tries to steal your car. Because the Escorts, it was literally hit the lock, pull the lever, get in and drive away. It was such a horrible car to be stolen. So yeah, from there I moved on, and then I've had a few cars like the Cavalier SR.
Yeah.
Then I had the SRI, which is the slightly bigger brother, and then I went to the Astra GTE 1.8, and then the 20, then the 16 valve afterwards, and so the 18 and the 2 litre. So they were brilliant cars. So going back to when I was younger, the favourite car, and it is the favourite car, and I would buy one again, would be a Mark IV Escort Cabriolet. That was the car, and I still love those cars, even though it's an hairdresser's car. Bear in mind, I've got no hair. It was an hairdresser's car, but the Escort Cabriolet, they are classics now. They are collectible. They're soaring in value. I mean, to fit a really nice one, I think I saw one there fully. I think done about 8,000 miles on Auto Trader, and that was going for about £9,000. An average, a really good low mileage one with 30-odd thousand miles, in between £4,000 and £6,000.
I don't know the young guys, the new generation, how they call it. Yeah, they probably don't like it. They are all about the new technology, like a Tesla or new hybrid cars. But we, the old generation, we still like the old square cars.
Square cars. Right, now you've mentioned some new technology, and we talk about burning rubber, guys. Which one do you prefer? Petrol or fuel run car, or electric? Or, let's put another ball in there, hybrid.
If it will be to choose between electric, petrol or fuel and hybrid,
Dual.
Definitely I will go with hybrid for the moment.
Why?
Because you still have that fuel powered engine for the backup. For example, you have the Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla.
Let's talk about Tesla.
Because he's one of the most iconic electric cars for the moment. Yeah, new Tesla, they are gorgeous, they are beautiful, full with electronics possible. You can imagine me and my colleague, we both drive one.
We sampled one of,
we test them to see exactly how they are. Yeah, they are good, but still you are limited on the range. And when you stop to a petrol station to refuel the car, you spend ages. And I go to a road trip, for example, I want to stop, fuel, literally 10 minutes max, and go.
Right, I agree with you in a way, but at the same time, a Tesla or electric car in general, I suppose someone's going to buy that car will be living probably more in the city area, where their range is within probably 200 miles or so of their daily commute. So a Tesla is probably appropriate for them because when they go home, they can plug into their house or a charging point on the road in the desired location they need to travel to. So I think, yes, electric cars are limited. Let's get faced, if you go across Europe, you're probably going to choose a fuel car because you know you got no problems getting there as long as you've got petrol stations, which they are all over the place. Subscribe, and obviously we've got some really good action-packed stuff coming in, and some fun, some laughter, and whatever happens, goes wrong, it goes wrong. We're going to show everything. We're not going to try and edit the film in the sense of hiding what happens and what goes wrong. We're happy to show that because that's what we want to give you viewers, something to look at and say, right, this is...
Yeah, we try to keep it to see...
We'll keep it real.
We'll keep it real.